Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a living room makeover we did for a client. It was a whole 360 transformation. I know you guys are going to love this one. Please go ahead to hit the like button and subscribe, and let's enjoy the video. If you've ever wondered whether a small living room can feel luxurious without sacrificing comfort, then this video is for you. Today's project has been one of my favorite projects this year because it wasn't just about, aesthetics and putting things together. It was more about problem solving. Now, this client's brief was simple. She wanted a modern home with a little touch of traditional molding. And if you follow most of our transformations, you will know that I am someone that is a little bit skeptical when it comes to wall molding in small spaces, just because they can easily make a room feel busier or even smaller. So when we're working with small spaces, if possible, I would prefer to keep wall moldings out of it. But this client definitely loved wall moldings. She was not ready to compromise. So our challenge became, how do we give her the traditional details she wants while still making the space feel modern, elegant, and sophisticated? Most especially, open and airy. Before we even thought about colors and furniture, we had to solve one very important problem: the layout. This particular room had one very funny shape. There was a patio door that leads directly into the garden, and unfortunately, it meant that everyone had to walk through the living room straight to the garden. For us, that was the biggest design flaw. We never want a living room that feels like a hallway. If you're having a hallway, we know you're having a hallway. A living room needs to feel cozy and collected, like properly collected. It should never be a pathway to the garden or outside. It's just a design flaw, honestly. A lot of people might disagree with this, but this is just how we see it. So the very first thing we focused on was to create a layout that encouraged conversation instead of traffic. Bear in mind, this was an older property that needed complete renovation. We're talking everything from the ceiling, the walls, the flooring, even the doors. And then there was this TV wall. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't know what happened there. It absolutely looked like those DIY projects that started with good intentions but never made sense in the end. So everything came out. We stripped the walls, removed the old flooring, replaced the doors, and installed beautiful wooden flooring across the whole downstairs, from the living room all the way to the entryway and to the kitchen. But today we are concentrating on the living room. Immediately the flooring went in, the home started feeling cohesive. Now, let's talk about the wall molding. Because we're dealing with a small room, we intentionally chose a design that would draw your eyes upwards. Vertical moldings is a fantastic trick for making ceilings appear taller and giving a room more elegant proportion. These moldings now became the inspiration for the entire design concept. Before the decorating proper started, we got our in-house electrician to come in and do his bit. This was a perfect opportunity for us to think about the lighting, how we want to layer lighting in this space. So we installed wall lights, ceiling lights, even ambient lighting for the TV media wall. And then we had to shift some sockets as well that were not in the right positions. Also, we changed most of the switches and sockets. Like, we literally upgraded the switches and sockets in the whole house. So that included the living room. Lighting is one of the biggest contributors to how a home feels. So if a client tells us they want to feel like they're in a hotel, they want to come in and feel cozy, feel like they are in a luxurious space, then we have to prioritize lighting. Very important. So it's always important for us to plan the lighting before the finishings go in, because trust me, there's a lot of breakage that goes on. Messy job. So yeah, lighting went in first. So once the electrician finished, we had to go into the wall dressing proper. We painted everything with Faro and Bowl skimming stone. That was a paint the client was very comfortable with. Just wanted to keep it airy, neutral. So Faro and Bowl skimming stone was the best choice for this space. The new doors were painted in crisp white. Painting the doors in crisp white kind of gave that little contrast that we needed between the walls and the doors, and it's absolutely stunning. Now, let's talk about the TV wall. Shall we? If you notice, the section of this room is relatively compact. We decided against shelving, and I'm so happy that the clients could see reason with us, because extra shelving, you can agree with me, by the time you see the final look of this living room, that would have been a lot going on in this space. Some people would not mind, but it was an option we had to give the client, and she jumped on it instantly. So that was a good one. And I always tell people this, sometimes restraints create a more luxurious result. So instead of the normal TV wall with shelves, we designed this two-toned TV media wall and layered warm LED lighting throughout the TV wall to create that ambient feeling in the evenings, even during the day. Honestly, it's so beautiful. I love how it has made this space feel. It gives that warm feeling, because at the end of the day, you want your space to feel warm and not so clinical. I love this TV media wall. It is beautiful. And one thing we try to do whenever we create TV media walls for clients, especially in a small space like this, we also prioritize storage. So we created this floating shelf, again, floating because we wanted underneath to feel airy and open. Use the floating shelf to create extra storage so they can hide away clutter and keep the living room feeling very airy. So functionality played a role here, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. Let's go back to the patio door we talked about. This patio door is a huge feature in this room. We just can't treat it like any other door, okay? Because like I said, it's a huge feature. So we had to pay double attention to the way we designed this door. So rather than treat the patio door as an afterthought, we made it a statement. We installed bespoke wave curtains wall to wall and from ceiling to floor. This instantly creates an illusion of a wider living room while also making the ceiling feel significantly taller. You can agree with me that these curtains have completely opened up this space. It feels really elegant. Our goal whenever we're styling up a room, especially a living room, is to make sure that by the time we finish, you're going to feel like, wow, is this the same living room? That's always our goal. We try to keep it airy. We try not to clutter the space. We try to make you feel that thing you want to feel, but at the same time, keeping it very simple and chic. The choice of material, the choice of color just blends in with the whole space, making it feel like one full space. It's beautiful, very beautiful. Now, let's come back to the layouts, okay? That's the biggest elephant in the room. Let's come back to the layout. Remember when I said we refuse to let this room become a passageway or a hallway? Yes, I meant it. Instead of pushing all the furniture against the wall because, oh, in our head, we're trying to create a very large living room. Nah, trust me, you will not be creating a large living room by doing that. On the contrary, pushing all your furniture against the wall would just make the living room feel uninviting. So we brought the seating all together, and this created a very beautiful conversation area. I know some of you might be thinking, Didi, does that not make the room feel smaller? On the contrary, no, it doesn't. You know why? Because a well-planned layout almost always feels better than simply trying to maximize every empty floor space. Good design isn't all about having the biggest room. It's more about making the room work beautifully. So because we moved the sofa forward, creating that space behind the sofa, we couldn't leave this wall empty. We couldn't ignore this wall completely. We had to also create another focal point there. I know that's too many focal points in this living room, but yeah, the layout had to force our hands to do this. We just could not leave the wall bare. So what did we do? We styled it with this oversized wall art and this distressed wooden console table. It's such a wide console table. It's almost 160 cm wide. It's so beautiful. And then anchored it with this beautiful wall light. It is stunning. It is stunning. Hold it there. Now, on the other wall facing the patio door, we created a gallery style mirror feature that reflects light beautifully around the room while complementing the wall moldings perfectly. Now, this was also our opportunity to open up the room even more with mirrors, okay? And you guys know how much mirrors open up the space, especially when positioned properly with a lot of light bouncing on it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is beautiful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You guys know I love to read your comments, so drop them. For the sitting, the client already fell in love with this sofa. One thing I love about this sofa is that we did not sacrifice comfort for aesthetics. Like there was a perfect balance. So This sofa is so comfortable and it's so lush. The quality of this sofa, oh gosh, 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 gosh. I love it. Like, I love it. I don't know how much to tell you guys. I love the curved nature. I love that it's still the straight sofa with all the curves around it. It feels really cozy. So it still provides that cozy feeling around the living room. That's one thing I love about this sofa. They are incredibly comfortable, I can assure you. We also introduced this beautiful green swivel accent chair by the corner. Now, swivel because the client can keep it in any position to access the TV or whoever. Like, I just love swivel chairs, honestly. They are very, very, I would say they're multifunctional, and this particular one is so comfortable, it's so cozy, it's beautiful. This client just got the best sofa and chairs in the market. I can comfortably say so myself. So during our debrief, the client did not realize how much she loved green. That's why we try as much as possible to throw so many questions at you at the initial time. We want to know you, want to know what you love. We want to know that, okay, fine, if you love this particular color, would you be happy to have it in your space? So these clients kept on repeating, even in the daughter's room, she'll be like, oh, I want it to be this color. And then she'll send me pictures of things she likes. And then every time I keep noticing that there is this element of green. And then I called her, I said, are you aware that green seems to be something you love to see in a space? And she goes, well, I can't say it's my favorite color, but I think I love it. I say, you absolutely love it because everything you have sent to me they've all had green in them. And there is also this particular type of green you love. And that's what I am putting to you right now. Now, the question was, would you be happy to see this shade of green in your space? And she goes, yeah, I love it. And then, it made things easier from there henceforth because she's a client that does not, like, she's like, do whatever you want to do. But even when clients tell us that, we want to be sure that when we introduce something which is not neutral, you'll be comfortable with it. Because some clients will tell you, it's fine. I don't have a problem. Anything you do, yeah, I'll be fine. But when I bring in a red chair in your space, you might not like it. You might just okay it at that time, but living with it is a different thing entirely. So I was so pleased to be able to pin down that her favorite color was green. It made things easier because now we knew how to accessorize the rest of the space. So finally, we tied in the entire room with this beautiful textured rug. Like, if I think about the first day we walked into this space and the final result, I'm like, man, we have gone through 360 transformation and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. And for me, this project is proof that great interior design isn't all about beautiful furniture. It's about creating better layouts. You see, layouts, trust me, layout is key. Making awkward spaces feel functional. And most importantly, designing homes that truly improve the way families live. Now, enough talking. It's time to actually reveal this living room. The full view of this living room is going to wow you. I will be looking forward to hearing your comments. Before we get into the review proper, please do well to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when you come back from the review.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work It's not much, but it's all I have.
You know we could run to a place where we belong, but I need you there with me to go on. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I know you guys have enjoyed this transformation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. It's been an absolute journey. In as much as I don't love the messy job of renovation, that's personal, right? I don't love it, but I think renovation projects give me the most joy I can ever think of because of the transformation. The before and the after is always amazing. And it's a true test of my ability as a creative. Do you get what I'm saying? Because now you're going from what has been known to a new thing, something that has been unknown, like dealing with the vision, trying to bring a different vision entirely. And I'm so happy. This client is really happy with her space. For me, that is key. Client satisfaction is always key for us. There's always room for us to as well improve in terms of our services. And yes, I know that we nailed this living room, and I'm so happy with the way it has turned out. Let me also know in the comment section, what is your favorite element in this room? What is it that really fascinates you in this room? I'd love to hear that. And please don't forget to share to someone who needs this for inspiration. Hit the like button and subscribe. Do well to follow all our social media, because there's going to be that before and after photos and all that, and even some of the design concept. I usually talk about these things. So follow us on all our social media platforms, and I'll see you guys in another video. Stay fabulous. Bye.